My name is Dr. Amy Norgard. I'm an assistant professor of classics at Truman State University, and I specialize in ancient Roman literature and studying the Latin language and classical culture on the whole.
Super duper impressive. Now, one of the stories that we read while I was in your class was the Satyrica, and this is supposedly written by a man named Petronius.
Right.
Would you like to maybe give the audience an idea of who that man was?
It's kind of a tough question. The text was said to be written by a man named Petronius Arbiter. That's in quotes, Petronius Arbiter. And it's thought that this means or refers to Gaius Petronius, who was a historical figure, who lived around 20 to like 66 CE. And this Gaius Petronius would have been in the court of Nero, and he would have been known as Nero's unofficial Arbiter Elegantiae, his judge of elegance, because apparently Gaius Petronius was an elegant fellow who knew all of the right things to do, to say, to buy, all the clothes. He knew how to throw a dinner party. So Nero apparently looked up to this Gaius Petronius on all matters of taste. So the manuscripts say that this Petronius Arbiter was the author of the Satyrica. But was he really? Do the manuscripts just say that he wrote it? That's a big question that we don't know the answer to. Many people, many scholars who work on the text just kind of assume that it is the same person, but they always have some kind of disclaimer, like could just be attributed to him, maybe not necessarily him. So this arbiter of taste, arbiter of elegance, is supposedly the one writing this bawdy, kooky novel that kind of makes fun of the concept of elegance. It's kind of a silly thing. I think maybe it more betrays that if such a Gaius Petronius did write it, that he was maybe making fun of the whole idea of imperial luxury. So yeah. The plot can be a little hard to follow because our three main characters are Encolpius and our Giton and our Ascyltos. They're all kind of, it's like a buddy comedy kind of, where they just have this series of adventures together. Anyway, they start in a marketplace, and then they end up kind of stumbling upon a Priapic sexual orgy cult, and they see some things they weren't supposed to see. And they get in trouble for that, right? Because there's a very strong sense in ancient culture about the sanctity of certain cultic rights, and if you transgress those, then you get punished. But there's a strange element to that first part about you see something that you shouldn't have seen, but then you kind of are then invited into that space that you have transgressed, and you become a part of it. So there's sort of an interesting kind of element going on there. And that's the first part.